This is the story of the Fox Body Mustang. The Fox Body Mustang is the third generation of Ford's iconic muscle car, lasting from 1979 to 1993. They are referred as the Fox Body Mustangs since they use the new Fox platform. As one of the longest-running generations, the Fox Body saw quite a few major changes over the years. Many consider the Fox Body as a return to what worked for the first-generation Mustang. It was a step away from the failings of the Mustang II. The Fox Bodies were popular at the time, but they've grown in popularity even more over the past years. The third-generation Mustang has gained a reputation as a do-it-yourself mechanic's dream, and with the right Fox Body mods, it can drive like one too. So what led to the Fox Body? The first-generation Mustang was a massive hit when it was released in 1964. But in 1973, the oil crisis caused gas to shoot up 55 cents per gallon. That may not seem like much, but it amounts to almost $3 after adjusting for inflation. The Mustang had been increasing in size and weight since its debut. By 1973, it had gained 500 pounds, tanking the fuel efficiency. The Mustang II cut through all that fat, but a lot of performance was also lost. The Mustang no longer felt like a muscle car. People were hungry for a machine that felt the same way as the first-generation Mustang. The oil crisis was over by 1975, and people were back to buying full-size sedans. But the shadow of the 1979 energy crisis was already forming. It was clear that even though Americans wanted power, they also wanted fuel efficiency. To meet both needs, Ford went back to the drawing board to prepare for the next generation of Mustangs. The third generation was designed by 3 design teams, 2 from Michigan and 1 from Italy, worked tirelessly on sketches and clay models for the Fox Body. Some of the designs were based on the Mustang II, while others drew inspiration from the popular wagons of the time. It was Jack Telnack's influence, though, that encouraged the team to take risks with the new design. Jack Telnack was the vice president of design at Ford of Europe, plus 1/3 of the team worked at the Ghia studio in Italy. So it shouldn't be a surprise that the Fox Body Mustang shows some European influence. While the Mustang II looks like a shortened variant of the first-gen models, the Fox Body is unique. It was also about 100 pounds lighter than the Mustang II, which improved fuel efficiency and reduced drag. The Fox Body generation spanned over a decade, beginning in 1979 and ending in 1993. Fox Bodies made between 1979 and 1986 had 4 squared headlights around the slanted grille. This feature gave them a unique look that led to their affectionate 4 Eyes nickname. Here are some of the differences between each model year. The first Fox Body first sold in 1979. A refreshed running horse logo and quad headlight arrangement adorned the new Fox Body. The logo looked more like its muscular old self than on the Mustang II. The convertible had still not made its reappearance in 1979, so the only 2 body styles available were the coupe notchback and the fastback hatchback. The interior of the 1979 Mustang was also completely redesigned. There was enough space to comfortably seat 4, even with a smaller back seat. There was also a larger engine bay. A full instrumentation bezel displayed a trip odometer, tachometer, ammeter, and oil pressure gauge. The Mustang community praised the new Fox Body design. For the first time since 1964, the Mustang was chosen as the official Indy 500 pace car. Ford celebrated this accomplishment by making 10,478 official pace car hatchbacks, which featured a flip-up sunroof over the T-top. In 1980, there were some cosmetic and interior changes for the Mustang. Updates included high back bucket seats, full-color keyed interior trim, and brighter halogen headlights. A pricey optional carriage roof was also available for the notchback, simulating the top-up look of a convertible. Replica Recaro bucket seats from the pace car were available for both the coupe and the fastback. Ford developed a sport option for the 1980 Fox Body. It touted style steel wheels and a black rocker panel along with window moldings, wide body side moldings, and a sporty steering wheel. In 1981, the Fox Body didn't feature many changes or upgrades. The interior trim improved some, and a T-bar with twin lift-off glass panels was offered. 1981 was the first year that hatchback models outsold coupes. This trend continued through the rest of the Fox Body years. In 1982, the boss was back for the Mustang. The 1982 GT was a preferred favorite as it had the most potent small block V8 engine in recent Ford history. "The Boss is Back" became the tagline for the 82 GT. It was the fastest Mustang in years, with its high-output 302 cubic inch V8. Other features included a 2-barrel carburetor, a more aggressive camshaft, a bigger and smoother exhaust system, and a 4-speed overdrive manual transmission. Though this GT was celebrated, it did result in a temporary retirement of the Cobra package. The engines offered for the 1982 Fox Body included a 2.3-liter 4-cylinder, 3.3-liter 6-cylinder, 4.2-liter V8, and a 5.0-liter V8. The HO high-output V8 engine package wasn't tied to the GT either. It was available as an optional engine for any 82 Mustang at a pretty steep price. 1983, the Mustang convertible returns. The convertible returned in 1983, the first time in 10 years that it was an option for the Mustang buyer. Cosmetic changes included a rounded nose bearing a narrower, sloped horizontal bar grille. This created a 2.5% reduction in aerodynamic drag, making the Fox Body even sleeker. The Running Horse logo changed to a blue Ford oval on the grille. The taillights wrapped around the sides, closer to the central license plate. Seat and door trim was added, along with more legible gauge graphics. The 1983 Mustang GT came with wider tires, a slightly larger rear anti-roll bar, stiffer bushings for the front control arms, high-effort power steering, and a wide swath of matte black paint on the grille. The Mustang Turbo GT was added mid-year in both in hatchback and convertible form. It was Ford's re-engineered version of the turbocharged Lima 2.3-liter 4-cylinder engine offered in 1979. Ford marketed this GT to sell, but the high price cost along with the lack of air conditioning and automatic transmission caused it to flop. The 1984 standard lineup included the entry-level L notchback and hatchback, the LX model, and the new V6 convertible. Ford also offered a few special additions, which included favorites like the GT350 and new legends like the first Mustang SVO. In 1985, the Economy L model was dropped. This was also the last year for the carburetors on Fox bodies. The next year saw the switch to electronic fuel injection, EFI. For 1986, the Fox Body saw a decade-high sales total of 224,410 for the 1986 model year, underscoring it as a hit among American muscle car enthusiasts. The V8 and V6 engines offered smoother driving due to the viscous fluid-filled engine mounts, which were copied from the 1985 SVO design. It was also the first year for the third brake light on the Mustang, but there were very few other changes to the car. Unfortunately, it would be the last year for the SVO. For the year 1987, the Fox Body underwent a major redesign in 1987. It received aerodynamic headlights, a smoother nose, triangular inboard parking lights, and wraparound turn signal lamps. Most of the exterior moldings had a black finish. The 1987 LX featured a simple slot on the grille with a horizontal bar that featured a small Ford oval. Other features included a body color bumper, colored keyed rear bumper, and integral rear spoiler. The GT boasted sculpted rocker panel skirts, a dummy scoop ahead of each wheel, cheese grater tail lamps, and a grille-less front. There was also Mustang GT lettering on the rocker extensions and rear bumper cover. The 1988 model year saw few changes, yet the Mustang's popularity continued from the renewed Fox design through 1988. The success was mostly due to the fact that it was a high-performance car available at a low cost. The 1988 GT made it on Road and Track's 10 Best Cars in the World and Car and Driver's 10 Best list. Two changes that occurred in the 1989 included a higher capacity battery for the LX model and the deletion of the T-bar roof as an option. Mustang's LX V8 package was switched to the LX 5.0-liter Sport in 1989, featuring the GT's multi-adjustable sport seats. The convertible received standard power windows, and Saleen made 160 SSE competition Mustangs. For 1990, Ford added an airbag to the Fox Body steering wheel due to federally mandated passive restraints that came into effect that same year. The addition of the airbag effectively eliminated the tilt wheel option. Door map pockets and clear coat paint became standard on the 1990 Fox Body. Optional leather trim interior was also available. They still remained competitive as gas became more available and other muscle cars hit the market. In 1991, the base Mustang price broke $10,000 for the first time, followed by a drop in sales. A new power top for the convertible was added that year, which folded closer to the body for a cleaner look. The V8 received new alloy 5-spoke wheels that were 16 inches in diameter. The slow sales for the Mustang in 1991 continued through 1992. There also weren't many cosmetic and performance changes. The only notable change was the addition of color-keyed body side moldings and bumper rubber strips to the LX model. During the middle of the year, Ford released a 1992.5 limited edition Mustang. It was a vibrant red convertible with white wheels, a white interior, and a special rear spoiler. There were only 3,333 models produced. Despite virtually no changes, the last year of the Fox Body Mustang saw a large turnaround in sales. However, Ford did release a 1993 limited edition, which was an LX convertible available in either chrome yellow or vibrant white. Ford's Fox Body Mustang was the first ever to use a McPherson-style front suspension. This was a massive step toward making America's favorite pony car better at cornering. This style of front suspension is still used today in many modern vehicles, including the Mustang. Today, many enthusiasts favor Coyote swapping their Fox Body's engine. The nimble and light Fox is the perfect partner for the raging power of the Coyote engine. Combining the two gives you the best of both worlds. Technically, the SN95 Mustang is also built on the same Fox platform as the Fox Body Mustangs. That's why you see many people who are able to swap 1992 through 2004 Mustang SVT Cobra IRS setups over their Fox Body. In all, the Fox platform spanned 15 model years and involved 11 nameplates. It remains the most popular Mustang platform for the Mustang enthusiasts. Well, there you have it, the history of the Ford Fox Body Mustang. Which is your favorite Fox Body Mustang year? We'd like to know. Leave your comments below. If you like this video, leave us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell.